But then I just remembered and realized that Bombay had the 2611,
Right.
and imagine it was the prime good areas. And despite that, there was a full blown terrorist attack. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. It was literally Cuff Parade, Kulaba,
Hmm.
and then that extended into Narman Point,
TST.
TST.
Yeah.
And these are like the prime areas of the city.
Yeah.
This is literally where it's not just the capital, it's also
And it's one of the most busiest locations of the city.
yeah, and bro, even Mantralaya is here, like the chief
Yeah.
minister sits,
Yeah,
you know, so it's like
correct.
everyone is in this side of the town,
Yeah.
and that's exactly where it happened.
You know, this reminds me, I want to actually ask you because I don't think we've ever had a conversation about 2611.
Yeah, I don't think
We've never had a
Yeah.
conversation. So, you know, like, I remember, like, when I was at my home with my parents, we were sitting and watching the TV, like, you know, this has happened. And I think it was a shock for the entire nation that something like that has happened. So, like, you being in Bombay, in one of those areas where, you know, this actually happened.
Yeah.
How was it for you? I mean, like, what did you feel? What did your family feel? Like, what was, like, the aura at that time for someone who's actually in that area?
Wow, bro, that's a good word to use in this situation. But damn, dude, like so 2611, you're right.
Yeah.
We were in that area, and I think, as everyone knows, it was a very tough time for everybody.
Yeah.
Because of the number of people that lost and that passed away and the danger that it caused. We all know the story of who did what. But man, I remember so vividly. It was a regular day. Literally the most normal day ever. We were sitting at home after dinner and it was like 9:30. Everyone was at home. My mom, sister, my dad, and my house help also. Everyone was at home normal. And we usually, my dad has a habit of watching news after dinner. So, like, that was going on normally. The news was just on, and sometimes we're all listening to it. Sometimes we're all doing our own thing, and the news is just on in the background. This time, I think it was just a normal day. Like, we were all doing our own thing. News chal raha tha. And there was like, I think the headlines come at that time. So, like, my dad usually used to wait before sleeping to see the headlines. Yeah. Then the headlines came at 10 o'clock on India TV, I remember. And so my dad usually used to wait to watch that. So we were all doing our own thing. And I think at around 9:30, I may be getting the exact time wrong, but around 9:30, 10, there was news of some firing or shooting at Leopold Cafe.
Colaba.
So there was some news of that. And we saw the news and I was too small to comprehend. So my parents were talking about it. And thoda bahut to dekha bhi khud, but I was like 7 years old at that time. 2008.
Yeah.
And I'm born in 2001, so I was 7. And they said it's potentially a gang war or something. So that's why there's shooting. Some gang war ka kuch hua hai. And yeah, that's it. Like, there's some people who've come and done firing. So it was assumed or said that it was a gang war. Then sometime after that, near Leopold Cafe in Colaba itself, there's a taxi that blows up. That taxi, there was a bomb and that taxi blew. That came in the news. That, oh shit, this has also happened. So just a little far away from Leopold. And people are still like, kuch hoega, pata nahi. Like,
is that normal?
No, it wasn't normal, but nobody had the...
Nobody thought it would be a terrorist attack.
Exactly. Nobody had an idea or clue what was going to unfold, basically.
Right.
So that taxi blew up. Then I think those people... So the firing happened at Leopold. A lot of people were shot. Some people died. And there was a whole lot of bloodshed and chaos at Leopold.
Yeah.
Then I think those terrorists went to the next location. I think they went to Trident and they went to Taj.
I think they split up.
They split up. Like, they went to two places. I think they were already split up. So I think some
went to CST.
I was 7, so I don't remember it very exactly. But they split up after that and they went to various places.
I think it was, if I'm not wrong, I think it was Kama Hospital.
Yeah, Kama Hospital, CST.
Nariman House.
Nariman House was later.
Okay.
Nariman House, they were hiding, but I think that came at like a day later or 2 days later or something. So, but you're right about Kama, CST,
and Trident
and Taj.
And Taj in the end.
Taj in the end. So they went to these 4 places and split up in a certain manner. And then, so coming back to like the beginning of it. So they did the whole thing at Leopold. And I think one of my relatives was at Leopold that day when that happened.
Oh God.
He touched wood and thank God nothing happened to him, but he was there. and they then went to various locations, and then like I think a few like hours or couple hours into it, that same night, maybe around 11 or 12 is when we started understanding that there's not just 1, 2 or 3 gunmen, there are a whole bunch.
Yeah.
We don't know how many, we don't know what weapons they have. They've spread across the city, they've started to fire and kill people, and there's mayhem. Bro, I remember so clearly, that night I didn't sleep. None of us slept.
I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah. My parents though watched the news till the morning. I think eventually our parents must have put us to sleep. But
yeah.
bro, like, my God, we can't tell you. Bombings, noises at Trident. There was some bomb at Trident. We heard that bomb go off. There was some other shooting and some bombing somewhere else, I think close.
Yeah.
We could hear it.
That would have been scary.
We heard it in a house,
Yeah.
bro. And then as people started to understand what is actually going down, what's happening, although people still didn't know the extent to which it was
Right.
going to end up being.
Right.
Kitne log the, kitne nahi
Mm.
the. Because the chaos they caused, it was just 10.
Yeah.
There were just 10 terrorists,
Mm.
and they had all kinds of weapons with them, and they caused utter chaos. Bro, that night, we shut the curtains of our windows, put all lights off. Everything was closer. Nobody knows we live where we live.
Oh, okay.
Our watchman was at the gate, and I remember there was some renovation going on, so the safety wasn't the best at that time.
Right.
So our watchman was scared. Our watchman is calling us. So मुझे डर लग रहा है. मतलब he told my dad that हमें डर लग रहा है. हम कहाँ क्या करें? Can we come up? But then we're like, bro, we'll keep security. So it was that like scary, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously he was fine and everyone was taken care of, but it's scary because you're right there.
And your house is literally on the main road.
Exactly. So it's like even more scary. So that was the scene, but you could hear things. You had to put your lights off. You had to shut the curtains because by then nobody knew who, what, when, where. Bro, imagine.
So wait, you didn't know where they were. Nothing. There was no.
I mean, no, people knew, but as live updates were not coming. Then I remember very vividly. There's a footage of Kasab and certain other terrorists driving a cop car from Metro Cinema. They're going via Metro. There's reporters over there recording. People have literally. There's a video of people like covering themselves. They've gone down to take cover and they're seeing the car go. And
yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah.
I think there's a cop car chasing them as well or
I've
something.
Seen that footage.
And then, or there's a cop in the car that they're driving. And then the information goes that they're coming via Marine Drive. And then because of that, really, really close to where
you stay.
I stay.
Yeah.
There was a Nakabandi. And that Nakabandi at Chowpatty is where they caught
Kasab. Yeah.
So that means Kasab passed the place that I was in.
Right.
He went all the way there. He got caught. They stopped his car.
Right.
The constable who statues at Chowpatty, if anyone has ever been to Chowpatty,
they would have noticed it.
Whoever, I mean, people we know must have been only, but
Yeah.
Bombay people don't know.
Yeah.
There's a statue though, then that statue is of a constable who stopped Kasab, died in the process.
Yeah, he got shot by him.
He got shot
yeah.
by him. But he caught Kasab alive.
Damn, you know, like.
So, yeah. And I mean, like all of these stories, bro, the fact that this happened right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
literally,
I can't even imagine how
मतलब
terrifying
हमारे
it would have been.
सामने से मुजरिम आके करके सब चला
हाँ.
गया, and like no one could do anything. So
Because you also don't know, you're helpless at that point. You don't know कि क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, कहाँ जाएं, किसके साथ जाएं and all that.
yeah,
Of course, it's terrifying, no doubt about it.
it's bloody terrifying, dude. And I didn't understand the full extent of it until I grew up a little more. But like
I mean,
I was 7,
in the news,
so,
what I saw, the dome was on fire and
yeah,
it looked pretty
was.
bad. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Man.
So, I mean,
You must have even seen that movie, na? The Attack.
yeah, 2611. Yeah, that's where I got all my, I would say the info, because we grew up and then that movie came out and then we watched it and everything.
There's one more movie, I think, where that Dev Patel is an actor.
I think it's called Hotel something.
Hotel something.
I forgot the name of the movie.
Hotel Mumbai?
Hotel Mumbai, I think.
Is it?
I
can't
like
remember
that.
the name, but yeah.
It's about what happened in Trident, no?
Yeah.
Trident,
No, Taj. It's about the whole attack in general, but particularly in Taj.
I think how they escorted the guests outside the hotel, something like
and
that.
how everything went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, it's very scary to be in the end. I mean, you know, if you have to imagine something like that happening right in front of your eyes, then definitely it's very, very scary. So, like,
yep.
Yeah.
So, do you want to know anything more about that, or that?
No, like it was more like I wanted to get inputs of a person actually living over there,
Hmm.
and you were so close to where the incident happened.
Yeah.
But, you know, how exactly were your emotions and every single thing? Because I really don't want to, and I can't even imagine myself, you know, in that situation, living where all those things are happening. It
And
just seems
man,
terrifying. Yeah.
and worse than me, there were so many people who lived in those areas,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, we even didn't live, but were at CST station when Kasab and those people fired
yeah,
at them,
we
and
saw
there was
the
that crazy bloodshed, and so
yeah
many
in the
people
news there was like blood
died.
all
So
around, bodies and all.
I mean, just we're lucky to be here still speaking,
Yeah.
but it was a bad time, and so many people lost their lives.
I remember
So
so
many people, yeah.
one of my parents' friends, they live in Kolaba. So what they told us was the terrorists were firing from a building opposite to where they were staying.
Hmm.
Their entire sofa was filled with bullets.
Oh my god.
They were made to
It's
evacuate.
Nariman House, right?
Yeah, Nariman House, that
Okay.
area only.
Huh.
So they were made to evacuate. And, you know, one of my mom's friends, he was giving chai to the military men during the day. It was like that. So, you know, I mean, I don't know how the operation was handled and every single thing, but I think it was, I won't call it chaotic, but it was terrifying. I mean, if that's the right word
I
that I
think it
can.
was chaotic also.
It was chaotic as well. Yeah. So,
Bro, I honestly, at the end of this, I just feel like saying salute to our forces.
yeah,
Honestly, like,
definitely.
because it's crazy. They saved us as best as they could.
Yeah, I
Obviously, it
mean,
was
no doubt
a
about
big
it.
security
Yeah.
lapse as well. And that's why I'm really happy today that at least there's such a strong
Yeah, Bombay in terms of security is
leadership
very
and,
like,
yeah, and
I think,
Bombay is
yeah.
so a lot more secure.
Yeah.
And that's why they've changed things. Even at Gateway of India, there used to be a garden, dude. And now there's no garden because I think after this happened, they removed that garden. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I've seen some old video where there's like a proper garden outside Gateway of India. Now you've seen what it is, right? It's that stone footpath, and I think
then
there's
that's
no
you just
garden
go in
over
like
there.
that,
You
yeah,
just go in.
yeah,
I
yeah.
could be wrong again.
There's
Like,
shops
but-
outside. That's it, na? Are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm a little like unsure about this because I've not seen, or I don't have that garden or that old Gateway of India in my fresh memory.
Hmm.
My recent memories of how it is today.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I mean, you have that what's a metal detector.
Yeah,
You have the
yeah.
cop cars
That's what, so-
constantly present, the barricades.
You just have to, but I think it's only the metal detector that's there, right?
No, even the barricades, there's no entry other than one entry. There's barricading.
Yeah,
all
entry
around.
next, it's the same.
And
the
there
way
are,
you enter, if you
yeah,
got that,
and there are
yeah.
cops and these things on all surrounding
Right.
areas. So I mean, I don't know again if that's enough or no. It seems to be because nothing has happened till now.
Touch
touch
wood.
wood. But yeah, it's I know things have improved, and we can see because bro, at Marine Drive there's constantly police patrolling, no matter what time of the day or night you go.
Yeah. We've seen that so many times.
You've seen that those cops are now on those segways, and I love that they're on those segways.
Oh,
It's so cool.
they're
right?
having a ball.
Yeah, they're having a ball, bro. Segway.
Honestly, like they look damn cool also, huh? You know,
They
like
do, they
driving Doom 4.
Bro, imagine telling a cop, "Dhum macha le."
Yeah, bro.
No, but they're doing a
No, they're doing their
service to
job,
us,
yeah,
so-
in the end.
Yeah.